Good day, everyone. It's Jeffrey Clunan with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Colorado Properties, and Mountain Luxury Group. And I am here to discuss the Vail Valley and the real estate market and the market conditions. And when I'm doing market conditions, I'm not doing your typical market update where I'm going to be regurgitating the useless percentages like the contracts to purchase are down 17.34%. Who cares? It doesn't mean anything to the consumer when it comes to buying and selling. I personally don't care that there were 200 under contracts last year at this time and now there's only 170. Doesn't matter. But if you want to know what's going on in the Vail Valley and the real estate market here, I'll tell you. The real estate market is great. Plain and simple. It's a good time to buy. It's a good time to sell. I mean, the wheels aren't coming off, right? No, not anymore. And we're not breaking any records anymore. Nope, we're not doing that either. And why? Because of a whole bunch of different things that come to our real estate market and the conditions that we are seeing now, right? We're thinking about the stock market or lack thereof. We're thinking about interest rates and how they're rising. We're talking about inflation and in some cases, uncertainty. And those are the reasons why we have balanced out our market at this point. I can tell you what I've been seeing. And I've been seeing that we are on a much better and even playing field than what we were a year ago. And that's all there is to it. There's more inventory for buyers to choose from. There's less multi-offer situations. The escalation clauses have essentially disappeared. Do you remember what the escalation clauses were, everybody? Escalation clause, where somebody would write in the contract that my buyer is willing to pay X amount over the list price, over any bona fide offer up to X. And that was so buyers would actually have a chance at scoring a home back in the day when 4, 8, 10, 18 offers would come in on the same property. And now we have a more reasonable seller, a reasonable seller who is ready to have their broker negotiate on their behalf. Everybody remembers the almighty real estate tsunami, right? Do you remember where the sellers were sitting out in the real estate ocean, standing on top of their houses, ready to hang 10 on that awesome, insane wave that was just cresting and going crazy? And some of them had that chance to ride that all the way into the end. And they had fun riding that sudden, fast moving wave. But some of those sellers were standing out on their roof of their home in that real estate ocean, and they missed that fun of riding that huge wave, right? But what did they do? All they did is they had to just paddle to a new area that has different waves now. And what does that mean? Adjusting their price just a bit to successfully ride the new set of waves, which is still great. It's still awesome. It's still a lot of fun. It's just new waves. And that's all there is to it. Being a buyer in our resort market is much different than a permanent residential community if you think about it. The resort market lends to a buyer who are second, sometimes third homeowners. And for these people, a lot of this represents a part-time lifestyle. And that part-time lifestyle, and although around the world we are seeing the inflation and increasing interest rates and cities are reporting losses in value across the entire market, I am seeing a leveling off of our transactions that are taking place in the valley. They're still really, really good, but we are not seeing any big differences in what's really going on besides less transactions. But the ones that are happening are really good still. And that's really important to know. Look, we have 321 active listings to choose from right now. Some are new construction that haven't even broke ground yet, but a lot of them are ready to go. Our least expensive in the whole entire valley is $150,000 up in Leadville. Our most expensive listing is right smack dab in the middle of Vail Village at $27.9 million. So we have lots and lots to choose from. And that is what the difference is from a year ago, is that there wasn't anything to buy. Well, I mean, there was, but you had 15 other people trying to get the same exact property. And look, we got 189 under contract. And that's including a $42 million, 30,000 square foot home here in our beautiful Vail Valley. So, when you think about those 189, remember I was talking about the fact that we have a whole bunch of new construction of new buildings that are going up and stuff like that. 77 of those 189 are actually under contract and their deposits are hard. And I think that that's a real testament to how strong our resort market is doing up here in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. Because when you think about somebody locking in something that isn't even going to close for 2 more years and their earnest money is already hard, I think it's a good understanding that we're not really going anywhere. There's no indicators nationwide that says that we're going to have some crazy thing that happened like it did in 2008. And so I want everybody to be clear that I personally think that this is going to be an opportunity for buyers to achieve their goals and sellers to achieve their goals as well. Now look, there are still fantastic lending options if you don't want to reach into your pocket for a couple $1 million or $1 million or whatever. Because I just actually closed a deal with my favorite friends down at First Bank, from under contract to closing and funding a loan at a real competitive rate in 19 days flat. 19 days flat, everybody. So you can get those goals accomplished and actually feel really good about owning at this very cool time in our valley. It's fall out now. It's a beautiful day today, but it's going to rain and maybe a little snow up top tomorrow and the next day. And I got to tell you, this is a wonderful time to be exploring our real estate market and everything that it has to offer. So my name is Jeffrey Clunan, okay? I am the real deal. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I enjoy having a super fun time in this fantastic valley. So if you like what you heard, subscribe. Please subscribe. I want you to even share the fact that you subscribed with some of your friends, because I will tell you how it is. And right now, I think it is a great time to buy or sell real estate. And if you'd like to discuss that further with me, let's do it. I hope you have a wonderful fall, and thank you very much for listening.